Today we traveled to Battle Lake, Minnesota to take the next State Park Hiking Club trail, this time at Glendalough State Park, one of the younger parks within the Minnesota State Park system, but one with a rich history nonetheless. This park was once used as a game farm and retreat by the Cowles Media Company, the owners of the Minneapolis Star and Tribune. It hosted important individuals such as President Dwight D. Eisenhower, Richard Nixon, and Vice President Walter Mondale during its time. The historic lodge that they stayed at is located right next to the main parking lot and trail center, and is worth a few moments to take a look at. It was eventually donated to the Nature Conservatory in the early 1990s, and by 1992 it was transferred to the state of Minnesota. The park is located within the transition zone between hardwood forest and prairie. As a result, there are sections of this park that highlight both of these biomes. The main lake that forms the center of the park, the 335-acre Annie Battle Lake, is restricted to non-motorized boats, which makes it a peaceful fishing experience you won't find many other places. In that same vein, there are cart-in and canoe-in campsites that aim to give that tranquil wilderness experience that's decidedly different than the typical drive-in campgrounds found at a lot of the other state parks. There are 5 lakes in total within the park. The previously mentioned Annie Battle Lake, Sunset Lake, and Molly Stark Lakes, which are entirely contained within the park's boundaries, as well as Lake Emma and Lake Blanche, which have large sections within the park. This allows for ample kayak and canoe adventures, as 4 of the 5 lakes are connected via streams. The name Glendalough comes from Glendalough in Ireland, which is a glacial valley in Wicklow County, Ireland, that is mainly famous as a site of an early medieval monastic settlement founded by St. Kevin in the 6th century. The similarities were in primarily the glacial scored lakes that reside in both areas, but only Frederick E. Murphy, who changed the name from Valentine's Camp to Glendalough, would know for sure what inspired the change. Mr. Murphy, himself an interesting character, lobbied for diversified farming that didn't rely on just 1 or 2 crops, such as wheat. Makes me wonder what he'd think of seeing Minnesota today with its almost 82% of all planted acres either corn or soybeans, 13% being wheat, and all other crops totaling only about 5% of planted acres. The park is within a heavily glacial-shaped region that created significant hills and depressions from the moving glacial gravel. The melting glaciers created a lot of the lakes within the region. At 3.3 miles, this isn't the shortest State Park Hiking Club trail, but it also isn't the longest, and the majority is nicely shaded and on a tar path that follows around Annie Battle Lake. The beginning of the trail is by the main parking lot and a historic lodge. There are several trails that starts in this area, so ensure you take the right one, as I took the wrong one and accidentally extended my hike a decent amount. The trail starts over by the lake, not at the end of the parking lot, as I thought. The tar path just looked so alluring, and I needed to check it out. It wasn't that bad, though, as the trail curved back towards Annie Battle Lake and connected to the State Park Hiking Club trail from there. The trail starts as a nice dirt path within view of the lake, with a good variety of beautiful trees around you, and even some gnarled stumps and split trees that give so much character to a forest. The vast majority of the trail is just within eyesight of the lake, but not up on it, which helps the lake maintain an extensive undeveloped lake shore in large sections. It makes the small outshoot trails that allow you spots to look out over the lake in different sections all the more impressive, with the vast tree-covered shores on the distant sides from each other at the outlooks. It's a very beautiful lake, and as you can imagine, has a significant amount of birds, making this trail and park in general a fantastic place to do some bird watching. I know I'm not an expert birder myself, but just hiking without really even intending to see birds, I saw herons and turkeys just walking near the trail, or just along the shoreline near an overlook. It made the trail feel all the more wild. The first half of the trail is primarily forest, whereas the second section starts to open up into prairie areas, with some interruptions to that, such as the woods where the cart-in campgrounds reside. This will be the section you'll be glad you packed sunscreen on. For a hot summer days, it can be grueling, even if it is quite beautiful. And on that note, make sure you pack extra bottles of water and ration them for the end, as the summer prairie can really dehydrate you faster than you'd expect. My favorite part of the trail is a little over 2/3 of the way through the trail. You start coming around the southwest side of the lake and have to cross over this beautiful stream that connects Molly Stark and Annie Battle Lakes. The bridge over it is a wonderful place to pause for a moment and just listen to the water running gently underneath you with the birds chirping happily away in the background. It's just such a peaceful and serene scene atop that bridge with the crystal clear water flowing that it is absolutely the highlight of the trail for me. Thank you for watching, and if you like this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons. Also, don't forget to let us know your favorite trails in your local area.